Hello friends, today we are going to solve this problem, apple and orange problem. Try to understand what exactly this problem statement is saying. Sam's house has an apple tree and an orange tree that yield an abundance of fruit. Using the information given below, determine the number of apples and oranges that land on Sam's house. Here this is what is expected. Determine number of apples and oranges that land on Sam's house. Okay, so where is Sam's house? Let's see. In the diagram below, the red region denote the house where S is the starting point and T is the end point. Okay, this is Sam's house. S and T. Fine, start point and end point. Assume the tree are located on a single point where the apple tree is at point A and the orange tree is at point B. Here this is the apple, this is orange base point. Fine. So when a fruit falls from its tree, it lands d unit of distance from its tree of origin along the x-axis. That means horizontally it is moving. Okay, so this is the distance d. For this apple, if you will calculate the exact point, it will become what? A plus d, right? A plus d. A is the base location and d is the distance. That's how we are calculating. It is a plus d. Okay, so a negative value of d means the fruit fell d units to the tree's left. Okay, and a positive value d means it falls d unit to the right. Fine, that means here we are getting one clue. See, if for apple, if d value is negative, that means it is falling like this, right? That means we need not have to consider this. Likewise, for orange, if d value is positive, then we should ignore that. That means apple d value should be positive and orange d value should be negative. Then only we will consider for whether it is falling under this from S to T in this range or not. Fine. Now question is, now we are having all these inputs. Okay, A, S, T, B. Let's see the function S, T, A, B and vector of apples and oranges. So where is this D value? Okay, so let's do one thing. Let's see the function description. Here it is saying apples integer array and distance at which each apple falls from the tree. Okay, so there are many apple, so each apple distance is given in this integer array. That is nothing but this vector of integers. Okay, likewise the distance of oranges are kept inside this vector of integers oranges. Okay, what should be our logic? First of all, we should consider value of d should be positive for apple and negative for orange. Okay, those values we will consider. Okay, let's start coding. First of all, we have to calculate how many apples are falling within this range. Okay, so let's declare some variables. This is, let's say, apple count, and likewise orange count. Okay, integer orange count. Let's declare these two variables. Okay, we have to traverse this apple vector. So how to traverse? Let's use range based for loop. Const auto ref that contains value of d, right? So d inside apples. Fine. Now we have to apply some logic that already we have discussed. For apple, we should consider its value should be positive, d value should be positive. Otherwise, if it is negative, we are going to discard those things because that will never fall under this zone, right? That's why let's put the condition d should be positive. So d should be greater than 0. Okay, negative value we are not considering. Now inside this we have to write some logic. Here we have to write some logic. Okay, so if d value is greater than 0, after that how to calculate whether it is falling under this range or not? It is very simple. See, falling point is suppose here. Okay, so value of d is given, so we are falling point will become what? A plus d, right? We have to check if a plus d is greater than s and a plus d is less than t, then only we can say it is falling within this range or in Sam's house, right? Again we have to check whether we have to consider s and t or not. Here it is written, given the value of d for m apple and n oranges, determine how many apple and oranges will fall on Sam's house. That is in inclusive range s comma t. Okay, inclusive range, that means s and t needs to be considered. Okay, that means we have to check if a plus d, the point that we are getting, a plus d is greater than equals to s and a plus d is less than equals to t, then only we have to increment this apple counter, right? Likewise, same way we can do for orange. I think this is very simple. You can do it. Try it out first. And after that, come back and see the solution. I am going to show you something different. We are going to use STL algorithm. Let me to write the code. Okay, that algorithm is nothing but std clamp. Okay, there is something known as std clamp. It is part of C++ 17. Okay, inside this we have to pass the point that we want to clamp. Clamping means what? I will explain you in detail. Okay, for the time being, try to understand this. Here we have to pass a plus d. That's what we are searching for, right? And what is the range? Range is s and t, already given. Fine. If you are passing this and this function is returning us the point that we are searching, that is a plus d. If this condition is satisfying, then we are sure that apple will fall in this zone, in this red zone or in Sam's house. Okay, so let's increment apple counter. The same logic we are going to apply for orange count. For orange count, here it should be orange, right? Oranges. Then d should be what? D should not be positive, it should be negative. That's why here it should be less than 0. Then clamp a plus, it should not be a. Here base point is b. Okay, so let's make it b plus d, and here also it should be b plus d. And here we should increment the orange counter. And now we are ready to print. That's what is expected. Apple count and orange count. So in output it is showing in new line, so let's do it. Orange count. That's it. Let's try it. Is it working? Processing. What happened? Yeah, it is working fine. Let's submit the code for final verification. Let's see whether all the test cases are passing or not. Yeah, all the test cases are passing. Congratulations. Okay, now try to understand what clamp is doing. Clamp is trying to clamp the number. Okay, that number we are passing here. If number is less than s, then clamp will return s, starting point. If number is greater than t, okay, if number is greater than t, then clamp will return t. Fine. If number is in between s and t, including s, including position of t, means value of t, then clamp will return the number itself. That's what we are searching here. See, and here we are checking whether clamp is returning a plus d or not. So in this way we can check easily that whether a number is in between the in between a range or not. It is very helpful function, and it is part of C++17. I hope now you understood how clamp is working. Okay, if not, then I am making another video and attaching here itself, you can watch that. Thank you.